Logic. Willie James, you got a lot of sound effects going on over there, Willie.
Can
What's
you
up,
hear me,
Willie?
Tariq? I'm sorry, I'm in the library, but can you hear me, brother?
You in a library with all that noise, brother? What kind of loud
The
library is
Central
that?
Library in downtown Los Angeles, brother. But how you? This is my
Oh,
first time on your show. I want to thank you for everything you do. But Tariq, I'm FBA, Foundation of Black Americans, and I'm part of something called the African American Maryland Movement. And what we do,
what?
hello.
Yeah, what's that, brother?
You can look me up on YouTube, African American Maryland Movement. What we trying to do, we trying to build a homeland for black people in the state of Maryland, District of Columbia, and with Atlanta, Georgia. The only homeland. Go ahead. Hello.
Yeah, I'm trying. No, okay, so why? Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you.
Okay, so what's the reason? Okay, so what's the reasoning for us moving to Maryland? What's the reasoning? I don't get it.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, right now I'm living in Los Angeles. Black people are being pushed out of the out a lot of these major cities. Our numbers, Maryland is over 60% black, and Washington D.C. is 40% black. If we keep getting enough black people to move to this region, we can build a land. We can do others in the United States. Tariq, all I add is just check YouTube, African American Maryland Movement. Any black person, no matter what part of the United States, no matter what you're going through, you have a homeland in Maryland, and the black man should never be in Georgia. The worst America for black people is Atlanta. The true chocolate city is going to be in the state of Maryland. African
Why is
American Maryland. Go ahead.
okay. Okay, so why is Atlanta bad and Maryland good? You haven't explained why Maryland is good. There's a lot of there's 60% black people there, so there's a lot of black people in Atlanta. So why is Atlanta bad and Maryland good?
Because Maryland is Benjamin Banneker and Frederick Douglass set Maryland up for it. If you go to my YouTube page, I put a video out called The Four States of Death. The black man has no place in the South. Because it's so racist. You ever notice you should never go nowhere where you're not welcome? When I see them Confederate flags down south, I know I ain't got no business down there. And I know my ancestors, going back to Benjamin Banneker, who was a foundation of Black American, he set Maryland up for us. All I ask Tariq, I know you're a very busy man, brother, and I hope to see you at Taste of Soul in October, but just check it out, the African American Maryland Movement.
Thank you, brother. Okay. Okay. Good Lord. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. What was that, man? No. No. Talking about the Confederate flag. Y'all know slavery was in Maryland too. Y'all do know that, right? Yeah, Maryland wasn't really no better. They had a lot of them breeding farms out there in Maryland. Them breeding farms were heavy in Maryland. That's why that's why there's so much incest in Maryland. Maryland has a high rate of incest with families. That's why Monique was, all that stuff happened to Monique and all those stuff. Yeah, that's real big in Maryland because of the history of incest and slave breeding out there. It's a real interesting history. But yeah, everybody moving to Maryland, no. And shout out to Maryland, but I'm not trying to be out there like, hey, how you do? I want some food. I don't want to be talking like that. And shout out to Maryland. But yeah, we don't have to congregate all in one place. Good Lord, people be having these Renum spoons ideas. Let me get the good brother Professor Allen in the building, and everybody needs to be following Professor Allen on here. Brother Professor Allen, how are
Hey,
you,
brother
sir?
Tariq, how you doing? Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna be real quick, but I'm coming with the scholarship with regard to what the gentleman just said about Maryland. Unfortunately, he was askew. Let's go back to our brother Claude Anderson. According to Dr. Claude Anderson, he said, "quote The Maryland colony set the stage for black slavery in America by issuing government policy that singled out blacks for subordinate and exclusionary treatment." In 1638, the first public edict or policy against blacks was issued by Maryland Colony Assembly. That edict declared that neither the original 20 free blacks nor their offspring shall be permitted to enjoy the fruits of white society. So, in essence, Brother Tariq and family, Maryland doomed foundational Black Americans to servitude. That's what Maryland did. Lastly, go ahead,
Yeah.
bro.
No, no, go ahead. I'm agreeing with what you're saying,
Yes,
brother. Go
sir. And
ahead.
one more thing, back to the premise of what y'all talking about earlier. Or while you were talking, I was like reading, and I was like, man, that's so on point when you talking about with respect to Venezuelans. The title, Dr. Anderson says, "quote Hispanics have enjoyed the benefits of having it both ways. First, they criticize white society for its disproportionate share of wealth and power. Then they classify themselves as Caucasian. These groups classify themselves as Caucasian for social purposes, then as minorities to qualify for government programs." I mean, come on, man. It couldn't be any clearer than that, bro.
My man. Thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, they play three card Monte. Yeah, a lot of the Hispanics over here, they play three card Monte. They go three ways with it. They'll go white and get all the privileges of whiteness. They'll go and they'll do the black and brown when it's convenient and there's a bag in it for them. You dig? When they want to claim something that we created. Hell, Puerto Ricans is kind of black too. Yeah, they'll play that. And then they'll go indigenous. Well, I'm native. I'm Taino Indian too. You know, they'll try to go that. They go three routes with the finessing. So it's very interesting. But yeah, the brother, that whole thing of hey, let's all move to one state. No, all we got to do, no, we just got to be on code with each other, no matter where we are. If we're on code with each other, no matter where we are, we're good to go. You know, because we've been here long enough. I don't believe that we should be hoarded off somewhere. You know, like a newly arrived immigrant group. Yeah, we don't have to do that. Just everybody be on code all across the board, no matter where you are. And we get on code based on our lineage. That helps us get on code because that's the common denominator. We have our lineage and our spiritual lineage. That's what we start getting on code around. Let's get Jet Life.
Tariq,
Yeah.
what's
What's up,
going
brother?
on, man?
How you
Not
doing,
bad,
man?
not bad.
So what's on your mind?
Nothing much other than I don't know if you've seen on the spaces. They had a video of a Habibi getting peeped on in the 7-Eleven down there in L.A.
What
One
happened?
of the Indians got beat up and robbed at the 7-Eleven. They ran in there, took all the backwoods swishers and Newports. I'm just trying to figure out why we always getting blamed for it because I ain't seen nothing but a bunch of white people and Mexicans out there doing it.
Well, yeah, they always do that. Every time there's some kind of smash and grab and everybody's got on ski masks, you can't even see who they are. They just by default blame black folks for it. So yeah, that's mad corny. Those are Asians and Hispanics doing a lot of those smash and grabs. I remember they were out there at the Topanga Mall and they did a big smash and grab, and they said up there trying to blame that on black people. It was clearly little Asians and Hispanic guys doing that. So yeah, you know, we got to stop letting them folks play that game and do these crimes and dump them on us. They love doing that. Let's get Jonas Ben. Jonas Ben.
I'm right here. How you doing, Tariq? Pleasure to be on here
How are you?
tonight, man. This is my first time listening to you.
Oh, my man, where you from,
Huntsville,
Jonas?
Alabama, man.
There you go. Shout out to Alabama. Shout out to them.
Appreciate it.
So what's on?
Well, what's on my mind is the concepts, how we've been thinking as a people. We want to talk about Democrat, Republican. They're part of the same bird. Let's just establish that first. But number one is everybody want to talk about Kamala, how bad her points of view and what she looked like. What does Trump look like to y'all? Is that really something that you want to represent America?
Mm, hey, you know, I'm not supporting either one, but again, the secondary policies, they're interesting. Now, Trump's policies, clearing up some of this immigration, these folks coming over here getting our resources, that looks good.
But you know what?
It looks very
But you know what, Tariq? Everything he have said have looked good. I mean, he had the
good.
HBCU presidents taking photo ops that look really good. But he ain't do nothing for them because it was federal funded institutions anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes,
So let's
indeed.
not get caught in the charades game thinking that he's going to win. I mean, if someone can't keep a casino and he done licensed all his business out to China, which makes China say, hey, you know what? As long as we put Trump in office, we always going to make money.
Now, are you supporting Kamala?
I am.
Okay. Now, what what is Kamala doing that's enticing to you? Why, as a black person, are you supporting Kamala?
That's a real easy question because everybody talk about the stats when it comes to what Kamala has done, but she was a prosecutor. She did her job, but she also created programs for black men in California to help them after they got out of jail and before they went to jail.
What program?
I don't have the name in front of me, but you can do the research.
Yeah, I ain't heard of that. And yeah, I saw the program of her putting black folks in jail. I saw that. We shouldn't have been in jail in the first damn place. Black
Well,
men and black women. So yeah,
here's the thing.
doing her job locking up black folks, especially black women, because the for truancy, and there were situations where people couldn't get their kids to school and she's still locking them up. And that's not doing your job. That's something else.
Well, you know what? Let's look at the process because it is a due process according to their law. So by the time it got to him or her, at that point, she actually didn't have no other decision but to rule on that.
Oh Lord, no, y'all not gonna get me with her hands were tied.
No,
Oh,
I'm
she
not
was.
talking about tied. I'm not talking about tied because as a prosecutor, you either prosecute or you don't. And if the evidence shows now anybody that is in that position, let's look at why they're in that position first, because that's what we need to talk about accountability in our community first.
Oh, go ahead.
So when we look at what we need to be doing, developing our own programs, creating structures, and then talking about, hey, look, economic development on our own, so we won't have to worry about FEMA money if something happens, because all of them are the people who have houses, don't they have insurance policies?
Hold on. Okay, economic development. Okay, if that's the case, we need to be talking about reparations. And she ain't giving us none, but she's giving our money to some of these illegals coming over here, sir. That's where
How is
economic
she giving
development.
anything? Because she's not the president. First, let's
She's the
start
vice
right there.
president, and she's co-signing these people coming here. She's
Now,
co-signing.
you seem like a very intelligent man, and you know, just like Pence didn't do nothing when Trump was in office, she can't just overrule what her agenda from her
But
administration is.
But
You know that.
oh no, y'all not gonna do that. This woman is a major proponent of letting all of these folks over here. She's a proponent of that. She is an active proponent. It's not being done against her will. And that is her platform. She's talking about letting more of them come over here. That is her platform. And the administration in which she's a part of, she is the vice president, she's the second in command. They are allocating our dollars to all of these illegals and not to us. She has not sat up on that podium and said foundational black Americans need to get something. She told us what the hell she's not going to do for us. So how are you going to sit up and act like her hands are tied, sir? Go ahead, Jonas. Brother Jonas, hop in, sir.
I guess you muted me. My bad. Let's talk about before Biden and Harris got in office about the immigrant problem. Way before now.
Oh,
Okay.
don't do that. Y'all about to blame Trump. Don't you blame
No,
Trump.
no. We ain't gonna talk about no blame game when taxpayers' dollars paid for a wall that never got put up,
Okay.
and he said Mexico was gonna pay for it. What happened to that?
They ain't got nothing to do with Kamala and them.
Don't back out of it. No.
That
Don't
ain't got
back out of it, Tariq.
backing out of. Ain't got nothing to do with Kamala letting all them people
No.
over.
You jump back to Kamala. No, you got to deal with the foundational issue. Where's the money?
Trump ain't in office, bruh. Trump ain't in office right now. Y'all can sit there and point the finger at a man who ain't in office all day. Kamala's in office right now. Sir, Kamala's in office. Jonas, Kamala's in office right now. Jonas, where's your family from, Jonas, by the way? Jonas, Mr. Jonas, where's your family from?
My father was born in South Carolina, lived in Maryland. My mother's from Huntsville, Alabama, and we traveled the world. So that has nothing to do with nothing, what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Let's stay focused on why we can.
Jonas. Are you married, Jonas?
No, I'm not married.
How old are you, by the way, sir?
53.
Okay. No children, huh?
I have two
You got
and
two.
grandkids.
Okay. Your
So
life.
what you trying to figure out? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what are you trying to figure out? Because I can tell you whatever you want to know.
Okay. Give me your lifestyle. What are your pronouns, sir?
What do you want to know about my pronouns?
Um, what are some of the pronouns you use for yourself?
Established.
Okay. Established. What other pronouns do you use for yourself, sir? With
Um.
respect. This with respect. I'm being very respectful.
Okay. I like how you being respectful, but I am a person who.
Oh, what happened? You fell out. You're a person who does what, Jonas?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Now
Yeah.
you're a person
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
does what?
I have accomplished, and I have had ownership. I have worked on campaigns. I have a list, but I don't brag about me because I don't have to.
Hmm. But
Yeah.
I just to know you a little bit, your lifestyle. I'm just trying to get an understanding of.
I control my time.
Right. Yeah. But your lifestyle. You know. Your I.
Ownership, home ownership. But guess what? I'm also a mortgage banker, so I understand what she went up against when y'all keep saying it wasn't a big deal about her going against the banks, the banking industry. I didn't see any other president do it.
Okay, John, let me ask you, how do you feel about the LGBT friendly policies of the Democrats in Kamala? How do you feel about that personally? Go ahead, Jonas. I don't have you muted, sir.
I don't know why I keep getting muted, man. But I don't subscribe to anybody's lifestyle. Plus, I don't judge. I don't care what they do. If somebody want a dick in their booty, let them have it. I don't care about that. That ain't my job. My
Okay.
job is to make sure my community is well taken care of, and that's what I try to do each and every day
Okay.
with my
So
own dime, with my own money.
okay, and you're supportive of the LGBT lifestyle, right?
I didn't say I was supportive. Don't twist. Don't act like Fox News now, Tariq.
Okay. I'm just trying to see. Have you engaged in any of that lifestyle, sir?
I have never been gay, never played with a woman. Now I've been in a threesome with two women, so let me take that back.
Oh, okay. Was one of the women T.S. Giselle?
Both of them was just experimenting. We was young. We was in college.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. And okay. All right. But thank you so much, Jonas. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah. I think there's some I think there's some Bucci cat energy going on, family. The guy's in his 50s and not married. Okay. Okay. And he's stumping for Kamala. And I done told people the kind of dudes who rock that hard for Kamala. You rock that hard for Kamala, you know, there's some Bucci cat stains on the bed sheets. Yeah, and I think the brother had some stains on that sheet, man. I don't know. I'm trying to be respectful, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you got a hankering for gooch, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like. But I like to put things in context when I see a dude stomping for Kamala Harris. It's always you know, a Bucci cat friendly type of dude. And based on what dude was saying, um, I think there might be some leanings to that lifestyle. Yeah. He was trying to talk around it. Yeah. Ain't nobody really, because he was a Democratic shill. We get it. He's using all of the Democratic talking points, but there's always a certain level of sass there. All right. Mr. Jake, what's going on, Jake?
Peace and blessings, brother. Yeah, man. I came up to ask you a question mainly because I'm personally voting for Trump because he's going to get these illegals out of
Yeah.
here. I don't have no, and I look at that as a tangible for Black Americans, right? But even though that they both they the same coin of different
Yeah.
tokens, I think that even if people do choose the couch, because there been a lot of confusion on the app with people talking about you choosing the couch after.
Mm. Well, Jake, where you at? Jake,
Yeah,
you're breaking up a little bit, brother.
you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Um, there's been a lot of confusion on the app because there our people voted us in this situation that we're in today, and been voting Democrat for 70 years, and these
Yeah.
people haven't done nothing for us. So, you know, we voted ourselves in this situation. Why should we choose the couch to get ourselves out the situation? And I think that if Trump is going to be, deporting these individuals that came over here illegally, that's something that Black Americans should stand behind, especially if we're looking for reparations because they spent $3 trillion, $3.2 trillion on these illegals and foreign.
Yeah, I feel you. Let me land your plane. But thank you so much, brother. Fuatula,
Yes, it's Fatula.
how are you, Fuatula?
I'm good. I just want to know why do y'all keep on saying Kamala? Why y'all keep saying that? That's not her name. Why do y'all keep on saying
Ma'am, are you cutting up
that?
bush meat right now, ma'am?
Huh?
What are you cutting up bush right now? What is that noise in the background, ma'am?
Oh, that's my tea. That's my tea. That's my
Oh,
tea.
okay. Oh, okay. All right.
That's some tea. I'm making some tea. That's some tea.
Okay. Now, Fuatula.
I just want to know why y'all keep saying Kamala. Why y'all
Now,
keep saying it?
well, we're foundational Black Americans, so the way we enunciate things are different. We're not really East Indians, so we
It's
place the
Kamala. It's
you
just
know,
Kamala.
but sometimes we say Kamala. It's like certain accents from different people. We got FBA accents, so certain words are pronounced different ways. Like down in Atlanta, there's a street called East Ponce. I used to call it Ponce de Leon. That's the correct pronunciation. But when you go to Atlanta, it's Ponce de Leon. So it's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. Ain't nobody tripping. It's just a different pronunciation of the same thing
Mm-hmm.
based on accent. Um, there's a place in Illinois called Cairo, Illinois, but they pronounce it Cairo. So that's
Did
just
you see? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. You were
what.
talking.
Where you from? You East African, dear? Where you from?
I'm from Arkansas.
Okay. With the name Fuatula?
I
Where you
just
get that?
have I just have an African name. I just have an
Oh,
African name.
oh, okay. Okay. You're from Arkansas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. You from Arkansas or Arizona?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock. Okay. And I'm whenever people do that, it's Kamala, not Kamala. That's a K Hive person. So you're a big supporter of Kamala. I'm assuming you're voting for her, right?
Right. I'm an independent.
No, but you're voting for Kamala. What's making you vote for Kamala? Or Kamala? What's making you vote for Kamala?
Huh? Oh well. She is a wonderful black woman to me because I think that women are very smart, and I do not think that Donald Trump is dumb. I
Okay, let's
think that's what I think.
back, back
That's
it up.
what I think. Okay.
At a black woman where? Where is she black? Because her father has never been verified that that man has been classified or identified as black. So where's the black coming from?
If you look it up, if you do your studies and research, look him up. He's Jamaican, and look at his skin color is darker than hers. He's Jamaican, and her mother is Asian, and so she's biracial with that, and
Okay,
so
go
she's
down below.
mixed. She's
Jam-
mixed with that.
Jamaican doesn't
Huh?
necessarily Jamaican doesn't automatically make you a black person. There's Indo Jamaicans, people from India who are in Jamaica who are dark skinned. Vivek Ramaswamy, whatever his name is, he's darker than me. He's not black. Okay. But
Hello?
yeah, that whole she's a black woman. No, I don't know now. We don't know that. We don't know. No, no. Not
If you
based on
got a
her.
little black in you, you black.
Well, no. Does her father have some black in him? And
Yes, he's black. He's Jamaican.
but that again, a lot of Jamaicans, they don't classify themselves as black. They'll be here talking
Bob
black.
Marley, he black.
They'll say, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. Yeah.
Uh-huh. You Jamaican? You
Mm,
saying?
who, me?
Yeah, is that what you said?
No, I said, no, no, you have a lot of people who will, I'm not
Oh,
black, Jamaican. That's what I'm saying.
oh,
Mhm.
okay.
But how old are you, dear? You're what? You're in the 50s. How old are you, dear?
I'm 47. I'll be 47. I'll be
Uh,
47 in 10 days.
Okay, you married? Have you been married?
He dead. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry to hear that. When your husband die?
He died. That's all.
Was he a white man?
No, my mom. I said I sat in the house with my mother and my dad. He died of crack.
Okay, he was smoking crack.
Yeah, he tricked
Um,
me. He tricked me
how'd he trick you?
because he had diabetes, and I thought that he was small just because of the diabetes. And then all of a sudden, on my first anniversary, that was my present. That was stupid. That
Mm,
was dumb. That you don't just go up
what,
and marry a crackhead. You don't do that. But then he said,
right.
Fatula, I got something to tell you. I smoke crack. That was so stupid. That was the worst thing in my life. I mean, I just left the room. That was it.
And how long were y'all
Two
married while
months.
was he y'all married for 2 months
No,
and
no,
then he
I
died
mean
from the
not 2 months. 2 years. 2 years.
2 years? Okay. So he wasn't smoking up all the furniture and the appliances? He wasn't smoking up everything in the house?
Not everything in the house. He just smoked a lot, and he smoked in the house. That's all I know.
Right.
He smoked in the house, and he smoked with the. He didn't call them his friends because he went to a little bit. So he called them
Mm-hmm.
not his friends. He said that to me because he went to a little bit. So he went to those
Now,
people. Mm-hmm.
did he
Hmm.
did he ever give you a pipe?
Give me anything?
Yeah, did
Oh
you ever take a
no,
toke
it
off that?
wasn't no Whitney Houston Bobby thing. No, no, no. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
All right. Cool. Okay. All
No,
right, beloved.
didn't go that way.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Fatula. I appreciate you. Okay. Sound like because she's up here supporting Kamala and she can't really articulate why she's supporting Kamala. So I think there's some crack residue still in that house. Because she can't really justify why she's supporting Kamala. So I think that pipe might still be around. That's what I'm asking for. That's what I'm asking for. And bless her heart. Bless Fatula's heart. You're all right, Fatula, and I hope everything is gonna work out and everything. Donald, what's up, Donald?
What's happening, Tariq? Listen, excuse me. What advice do you have for black men in the world today who are considering getting married?
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. You should get married in this day and age. Absolutely, brothers got to settle down. The streets ain't what they used to be. The streets are raggedy right now. Y'all better find you a good one. Sit your ass down somewhere. These streets are raggedy. Y'all being raised. There's crack babies out here, grown crack babies, group home chicks, ladies. You got to watch some of these dudes. They moist, sassy. It's a lot of degeneracy going on in these streets. Find you somebody decent and settle down with them. Y'all don't know what's going on out here in these streets, man. You got sack chasers, dudes. Find you somebody you can build with. You don't want to lay up with these riffraff chicks, and then you come up later on in life, and then they turn around and pull this stuff they pulling on Diddy. Like, oh, 20 years ago, this dude touched my titty in the club. I need to get a bag out of him. So you alleviate that by just being in a situation where you avoid the riffraffs, avoid them, and try to be around constructive people. We got to get around constructive. like-minded people who are about building and empowerment. This is why I'm glad we have a movement of us seeing the value in who we are. When you see the value in who you are, you'll clean yourself up and you'll be more upright. I'm real big on us valuing who we are as a people so that degeneracy won't be so normalized. All right. Let's get Adonis. I ain't talked to Adonis in a minute. What's going on, Mr. Adonis? Where you at,
Hey,
Adonis?
so I don't understand. Like, I understand you're saying to vote for the couch, but your point being that people that are voting for Kamala are basically for LGBT if they vote for her and they're straight. Um, I wouldn't vote for Trump because JD Vance doesn't even want me to have the right to vote because I don't have children. And he's also not for student loan debt forgiveness. So I can't vote for a party that places judge in office that stops Biden administration from forgiving student loan debt. That would have a direct impact on me. Trump is Israel
Okay.
first, and he like walks around with like a little yarmulke, like Israel hat, and he promises to help Israel to wipe out the Palestinians and send more of my tax dollars to Israel. I haven't heard anyone from Israel or any of these other countries promise to give money to Florida or the people that are going to be hurt in the hurricane. So I can't vote for either one of the people. But if I did vote for someone, I would probably vote for Kamala because she might actually try to help with the student loan debt. And
Mm.
I'm gay,
And
and I guess I have to go with the Democrats since I'm gay, and the Republicans don't like
right.
me.
That's the deal breaker. Let's be real. Sometimes there's a deal breaker, and that's the deal breaker. Sometimes you got two parties. They got some kind of janky policies that you ain't really feeling, but they do have a deal breaker policy, and the deal breaker is bussy for the Democrats, and that's where you're going with it. And I wish people just say that. Just say that. Like for me, if there was a gun to my head and they say, "Hey, you better vote for either Kamala or Trump. Which one are you going to lean towards?" Well, neither one of them are giving reparations. Neither one of them really have any tangibles for Black people. But okay, the deal breaker is Trump is doing something about immigration. You're keeping a lot of jobs here in the states. Okay, that's a deal breaker for me. I would lean more that way if I was forced. So it is what it is. I just wish people would just be honest about what the deal breaker is. My deal breaker is immigration. Immigration is a problem, and our resources going to all these other groups, that is a problem. And I'm not in school, I'm not a student, but my tax dollars are being utilized for illegal immigrants. I ain't with that. That's another deal breaker. There's a lot of deal breakers out here. Yeah, man. All right, let's see who we got. We got a lot of y'all in here. One MP, hop in.
Well, hey, Tariq, how you doing tonight?
How are Love it? How
All
are you?
right, it's a pleasure to speak with you. I got to tell you that you and the Black Authority have saved my life more than once,
Mm,
and uh, and that's because I go see people in their homes as a nurse, and as a nurse practitioner, I see them in their homes, and my assignments is usually pretty rural. So once I learned that power respects power, and my father taught me how to do that military handshake by a Marine and look him dead in the eye. I've
mm,
never had issues in my face while I'm in the field, I should say. You know what I'm
good.
saying? And my brother, he put me on to you guys, and that has saved me countless of times. So I really wanted to make sure you knew that.
Ma'am, I really
Hmm.
appreciate that, beloved. That is beautiful,
Hmm.
beautiful stuff. Thank you so
Tariq,
much. Here. Let's Long. What's up,
how you
Long?
doing? Tariq, I want to say this. The Democrats ain't gonna save us. The Republicans ain't gonna save us. Maryland is gonna save us. African American Maryland movement. Tariq, I want to say one more thing. I represent the state of, I'm a mid-Atlantic nationalist. And I think we need to have a debate on your show. Get the people from Georgia and the people from Maryland, and we need to determine the best state for black people to live in, and it's going to be Maryland. If you go to my YouTube, African American Maryland Movement, I can prove you Maryland is the only state for black people where we can really thrive, not Atlanta.
Okay, let us know how, because you keep saying Maryland. You keep telling us this Maryland movement, but you're not being specific. And I don't want to go watch no videos. I want you to kind of give me the clip notes now. Why Maryland? What are we going to do in Maryland? What are we going to do about the economy and to sustain ourselves in Maryland? What are we going to do in Maryland? Now, how's that going to work? I'm not negating your idea. It might be something fly. I'm just spell it out. You got to spell it out and sell it, brother. Go ahead, Long. Long, unmute yourself, brother. He's probably still
Yes,
talking.
yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. Now sell it. You got to sell the idea. You're not selling the idea that good, sir. Now, why are we going to move to Maryland? What's the benefits of moving to Maryland? How are we going to sustain ourselves economically in Maryland? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Maryland has, like I say, once again, we have a strong black population. We have a lot of HBCUs there. If you know anything about successful black people, have you ever heard of Prince George County, Maryland?
I have.
Yes, sir. Thriving black FBA communities. Baltimore, and I'm gonna tell you why I say Baltimore. Right now, Baltimore is cheaper than Atlanta, Georgia. And if it's only thing we got to do, because it don't cost a lot of money to fix things up, if we can start in Baltimore and connect DC together. I got one of my videos is called Maryland's Black Economy. And one more thing, all the greats come from Maryland. All the great actors, all the great thinkers. The greatest of black America comes from the state of Maryland. That's why I'm a mid-Atlantic nationalist.
All right. Thank you so much, bro. I done gave this brother every opportunity to present it. Just sell it to us. You're not selling it to us good. You're just kind of saying the same thing over and over. That's why the idea doesn't sound that good, brother. It doesn't sound that enticing because you're not selling it that good. And the fact that you can't sell it that good, it's not that good of an idea. When I ask for particulars, listen, no, listen. Baltimore is gonna be the lick. That's where the HBCUs is from. Danny Glover was born there. They got cheesesteaks that you can bring down from Philadelphia. They got clam chowder. Understand me? Clam chowder. That right there should let you know that that's where we supposed to be. The black man created clam chowder. Now we need to go there. Tony Braxton is from DC and Maryland. You understand me? You better thank a union member. I mean, you're not selling it, sir. You're just not selling it correctly. I'm asking for some particulars, and it's all over the place. Listen. I really got to do some marketing classes, and I've been wanting to do it for a minute. I'm going to do it. I got to teach y'all how to market your stuff, man. Got to teach people how to market their stuff. And you know what? First of all, the first step of marketing your stuff is have something that's very tangible and viable and just really something that you can really stand by. This brother, he can't really stand by this idea. I think he knows it's all over the place because that's why you can't really sell it that well. When you cannot sell your product that well, deep down you don't believe in it. You know it's a bunch of plebiscite babble. You got to believe in whatever you are pushing. You got to really truly believe in it. You got to live it. You got to lead by example. Because he said he's in LA. He's not even out there. You're in a whole different state pushing this Maryland Wakanda narrative. That don't sound good on paper, brother. And shout out to Maryland. But brother, that's a hard sell on paper. Just, hey, let's all move to Maryland. That's where we need to go. Boy, Maryland, no, shouting Maryland, no disrespect. Maryland is not popping like that. No disrespect to Maryland. It's a hard sell, brother. That's a hard sell. There's a lot of dilapidated houses and buildings out there. Yeah, it's cheap, but that's kind of a hard sell. You're not really packaging the sale to make it make sense. Loop, what's up, Loop?
How's it going, Tariq? Good evening.
Um, I'm good, Luke. Where you from, my
New
brother?
York.
New York. Are you a Puerto Rican, white,
I'm
Italian? What are you?
FBA.
FBA,
Yeah, I
really?
know it's the voice. I know.
Where's your family from?
Carolinas,
North Carolina, South
North.
Carolina. Okay. How long y'all been in New York?
Uh, a few decades now.
Okay. Do you go back to visit the
Of
Carolinas to visit
of
your
course I
family?
do.
Okay. What does your grandma cook down there for you?
Um, yams, cornbread, fried chicken. I was never really a mac and cheese kind of person, which I know is weird. But the usual cabbage. Hus-
What kind of tree? What kind of well, in your grandmother's yard down in the Carolinas? What kind of trees does she have in the yard?
also, I really go down there.
You really
Yeah.
go?
But I have a question for you,
Okay.
Tariq. I know you're big on entertainment, right?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Aaron Pierre being casted as Green Lantern?
Oh yeah. Ain't he Haitian or something?
Uh, Let me see. So he's Jamaican, Leonean descent, and he's from England.
Right. I know he's the UK guy, and many people think I look like that guy too. A lot of people say I look like that guy. Um, I he's in a movie on Netflix, and I heard the movie is good. I would like to check the movie out. But they got him playing a fictional character. That's cool. The Green Lantern is a fictional character. I have issues when they have non-FBA people playing foundational Black American icons, because I think the energy of foundational Black Americans can be translated on screen better. Um, just that's why the movie with Cynthia Erivo playing Harriet Tubman, that's not a movie that Black people went out and supported like that because we didn't feel the energy. There's certain nuances that foundational Black Americans have that we can capture, like Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X. You know, that was a phenomenal role. He embodied that because they're of the same lineage. Angela Bassett playing Tina Turner, she embodied that because she's of the lineage of the person she's playing. That's why that role was so iconic. You know, Jamie Foxx playing Ray Charles. He embodied that. He understand the FBA nuances that go with playing a role like that. There's certain things that's not on a piece of paper. You know? There's certain things and nuances that you gotta have to know. Like when our Bucci Bear cartoon, The Adventures of Bucci Bear, which many people love, by the way. Y'all can watch some of the episodes on YouTube. It's a cartoon we got called The Adventures of Bucci Bear. Very, very funny. One of the favorite characters is Percy Earl. Percy Earl is a fan favorite. And Percy Earl is funny because there's a lot of nuances that he has. He's like an old, elderly foundational Black American dude who's real country. Yeah. And there's like a lot of little sayings and nuances that he does that's funny that you would just have to know the culture. Like there's one episode where he's helping somebody fix their car and he poured some Coca-Cola on the motor. You would have to be, you would have to understand the culture to get that reference, you know. Little stuff like that. You would have to grow up in the culture to know what that's about. Um Him working on his yard singing Johnny Taylor songs. You would have to grow up in the culture to kind of even get those references. You see, so certain things are culturally ingrained. Christian, what's up, brother?
Hey, yo, what up, Tariq? And shout out to the fam. Before I get to my point, man, what's up with you? But I also look like a celebrity. I'm only 5'8", but I look like a cross between young Denzel Washington and The Rock. Just thought I'd throw that out there just to
Oh,
give an idea of what I look like, okay? I look
there you go.
like
There
celebrity
you,
too. Just want to let that be known. But I want to let you know about Gloria Allred, man. She had a lady crying on her shoulder recently talking about Diddy, yeah?
oh yeah, I talked about that earlier, but go ahead.
Well, did you know that she came and she was found busted for lying?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
you did?
yeah. Didn't her was texting her
Yeah.
boyfriend What now? You explain what
Well,
happened.
it's not what I'm saying is the information. She was texting her boyfriend, letting him know to go ahead on with the lie. She'll give him $3 million for going along with the lie, and he's like, "Why would you do this? What you doing it for?" And she's saying, "Because Diddy got the bag. That's why." But the point is,
Right.
they're not promoting that out there. You're not seeing that pushed out there in the media at all whatsoever. They just keep constantly the smears get out there, but not the positive. But it's not only that, but I think people don't really realize how they are socially engineered in this country. It's major because you got Vince McMahon out here literally running sex rings and you don't hear nothing about it. They did a Netflix special on the man, don't even mention it. And there's credible witnesses
Right.
and celebrities. You got Robert Kraft caught in with a sex ring with they literally trafficking girls in there, and he's caught right in there doing the do by police and everything. This is the
Wow.
New England Patriots owner, and
Oh yeah, I heard about that. All right, but thank you so much, brother. All right, let's get Jag Ruck. Jag Ruck in the building. Jag Ruck. You want to unmute that microphone, sir? All right. Let's get son. What's your Surendra? Let's get Surendra in the place. Surendra, and we're in here 1,300 deep. Surendra, what's happening? Surendra. All right. Surrender ain't saying nothing. Let's get let me see. Let's get Onyx in here. Onyx missed. What's up, Onyx? All right. Onyx, you ready?
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? I can hear you. What's happening?
Yeah. Given that this election 9 times out of 10 is going to go Trump's direction, I mean, we do have to prepare ourselves for the fuckery that's going to take place because they are going to feel emboldened. I think
Oh yeah.
because we can't be relaxed when it comes to Trump. Trump is not a friend of Black society, but the stuff that he does can help us in the long run when it comes to illegal immigration. So he's like a useful idiot to that degree. And we just have to really take this time to build during this time because the left and the right wing are going to be after each other to